up, guys? It's Kayla
and Jim,
and welcome back to another Meteorology Monday. So before we get started, we feel the need to put a disclaimer in here. If you guys don't know us, we are both meteorologists, but because of some comments we've gotten on previous Meteorologist Reacts, keep in mind when you're about to leave a hate comment that it's a YouTube video and it's all for fun. It's all a good time here. Felt the need to put that disclaimer here.
Yeah, we don't need you to comment. It is fake. Of course it's CGI. Why are they commenting on this? Well, that's part of our Reacts video. That's what we do.
We do understand that it is a fake movie, fake scenario, but yes, there's the disclaimer.
So today we are reacting to a movie that someone, or a few of you had suggested actually, and it's called Christmas Twister.
'Tis the season.
That's right.
It also might be called F6 something.
Yeah, we did see that too. We saw Christmas Twister and then we saw F6 Twister. Could be one or the other depending on...
Kind of confusing, but since it's December, we're going with Christmas Twister.
That's right, exactly. But before we get started,
make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below so you never miss another Meteorology Monday.
So let's dive into our first scene.
Something's brewing.
It's showing the wind is picking up.
Oh, and there it is.
There it is.
There it is. Out of nowhere!
The hat comes off.
The hat falls off, cliche.
The breeze starts blowing.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
Not the tires!
Tornado has made its way in, is now picking up cars. Very, very strong tornado.
And he's holding the door with a rope. Very strong. He's got Superman in here. Oh!
Oh boy. So, our first clip.
It's kind of dark. At this point, we were giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the CGI gets better in the daytime.
That's right. So, you had him going ahead, filling up the gas tank. They were just making a quick pit stop, and the tornado rolls in. Yeah, it's literally right there.
They ran to shelter. Shelter is good.
They ran to shelter. Yep.
That is good.
Doing the best he could, trying to hold that door closed.
Yep. Is it probable that he would hold the door shut in a tornado strong enough to pick up cars?
Well, I would think that the wind field around a tornado, even if it isn't that wide, which they didn't depict it to be that wide.
True.
If that tornado has now gotten close to the cars and is starting to move those cars around, then you would expect a pretty decent wind field around the funnel. So I would expect some more wind. As you see them doing the CGI, you can see further off in the background that not really much is moving, especially if you're moving cars. You know, they could have probably done a little better job with doing that. But you know what? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. It's just the first scene.
All right,
let's move on to the next
there
scene.
We go.
Here we go. The Dublin Twister was confirmed at 132 miles per hour.
Well, F2 in December.
F2, is that bad?
Well, that's a fairly large storm. See, we have a scale, F0 being the low end, that would knock over a few trees and rearrange your garden gnomes pretty good.
And
We'll
on
get to
high end?
F5.
That's like total destruction.
Is there anything bigger, like an F6?
Well, that would have to be, I don't know, 318 miles per hour?
That's like a nuclear bomb going off.
Oh my God. This is like from last Christmas?
Hey, that keeps been.
I had to throw that in there.
So a lot to digest with this scene, including this coffee from last Christmas.
So this movie was put out
In 2012.
in 2012, and we couldn't find anywhere in there that, because sometimes it looked like it was earlier than, say, 2007 when we went from the F scale to the EF scale. There was kind of some things relative to before 2007, some things relative to after 2007. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Maybe it's before 2007.
Maybe it's before 2007, and you know they're using the F scale still. So they did a brief explanation of F0 and what an F5 is. Is there anything above that? F6, yes. 318 is the threshold going from F5 to F6. So they did get that terminology correct.
Yes.
And they did the categorizations.
There
fine.
is no F6. though, but if there would be, it would be after 318 miles per hour.
Well, and I think we didn't really get to F6 because nothing measured past that.
Right.
So, giving the benefit of the doubt, if we had something that was above 318 miles an hour, it would be into the F6 category.
So good on them for knowing the 318. That was the 1999 Moore, Oklahoma tornado. They're showing radar images that are actually of tornadoes in the background.
Next scene.
Do you see the rapid rotation in the updraft there? That is a hook echo, I'm sure of it.
Hook echo? What's a hook echo?
A hook echo is a radar signature, usually rain or hail, showing that a storm cell could produce a tornado.
But wouldn't the emergency weather service have said something?
No, because it's being obscured by the precipitation. Look, see beneath the anvil? It's hiding. See, that wouldn't show up on their systems. That is a massive supercell system.
Tell me you read the meteorology Wikipedia page without telling me you read the... They just jammed every significant tornado word into a sentence that sounds incredibly scientific and accurate.
But the images did not follow.
No. They said all the right words in all the wrong order.
So let's break it down a little bit. The first thing was the description of a hook echo, which, hey, not bad, pretty good, and great questions for, an intern or someone
She's
new
asking all the right questions,
they
by
wrote
the way.
They wrote it pretty good, so that's excellent. Now, the description of, just by looking at, and I'm not even sure what that image was.
I don't know what they were looking at.
It looked like there was something and it had a ring there, and then it said the melting layer, so it might have been
It's a
something
forecast. They're forecasting
different.
currently.
Okay, I mean, I could see where you're looking at radar imagery, and it's, we have potential here. But just looking at a radar isn't going to tell you whether it's forecasting tornadoes or not. You have to know what the atmosphere is ahead of the system, what other dynamics are in place, topography, lakes, oceans, boundaries, land masses. So a lot of things play factors into tornado development.
And they did say they were looking at the lift and the updraft and I think the lapse rates at one point. Those are all key things that you look at, but that's not the image that you would see that on.
You know what? They're trying, and then it looked like they went to something like an infrared satellite image more than a radar image.
They said that they were using the satellite to see the hook echo, and it was hidden underneath the precipitation, and that's why the weather people wouldn't see it.
The emergency weather service.
Not the National Weather Service. Do these crackpot weather enthusiasts somehow know more than meteorologists? We're just throwing in that cliche too, because obviously the main characters know more than meteorologists, because we need the meteorologists to be dumb in movies in order to have a plot.
So obviously this does fall into the climate change bucket, where you have your scientist that has been raising the red flag, and his belief is a number of climate change factors that is causing this to happen, hence Christmas Twister, tornadoes in December. It's not unusual to get tornadoes in December.
As we know.
It's rarer to get very strong tornadoes in December, but here we are, December. We just had a major event out over Kentucky and Tennessee, Missouri, of very strong tornadoes here in December. So again, 2012 is when the height of a lot of the climate change stuff was going on.
Yeah.
We understand the scope and the context of how they're writing it.
However, it's not something that you can just throw in for plot. You need to know the science behind it, and unfortunately, a lot of these movies just kind of throw in the words climate change to have a plot point, and it doesn't pan out scientifically.
Next scene.
Interesting looking clouds. Nothing really happening.
A little bit of sunshine there. Mm-hmm. That's okay. Sometimes you get the sun poking through just before a tornadic event. Of course, it looks a little bit more solid overcast than it does for the sun to be poking through that bright.
True.
Let's just say the sun's from the other angle.
Yeah.
Looks like it's blue sky right there.
It does kind of.
So blue sky to his back, and then those
That's where the
clouds
sun's coming
to the
from.
front. I don't know. Based on those shadows, it looks like it's coming a little bit more from his front part instead of the back. But
We'll put this in the inconsistent bucket.
unless it's high noon, because the shadows look kind of short.
Oh, now there's no sun.
Now there's no sun.
What's he looking at? There ain't nothing there. in heaven's name? Where did that come from? Oh my gosh! Now they're in the hat bucket. Oh my gosh! What is that?
I thought the truck broke down. Where's he going?
Is your truck mad?
I would have went for the ditch.
Oh my god. Yep, scream at it. There you go. What? It's already behind him! Oh my gosh. What, it just jumped over those trees? Why are the trees still there? Lord have mercy!
So it's that strong to pick up that truck.
Oh. Where did he come from? There was no wall cloud. There were no storm clouds. He deserved to die for trying to go back to his car that is dead.
You're just into those horror movies, right? Where the people that make wrong decisions, like that
If
Geico
you're
commercial.
gonna be stupid!
That Geico commercial where it's like, no, let's not jump into the running car.
Exactly.
Let's go into the
barn with the chainsaws.
The barn with the chainsaws and all
It's
the
like,
tools.
you know that your car's not working. Why would you go to the car instead of sidestepping 20 yards? This thing is 10 feet wide. You're not... Ah! There's just a lot of dumb people in this movie. For plot's sake, it's not entertaining to watch people just die. There's always a scene in these movies where a person gets sucked up by a tornado.
One thing that they always try to remind people is when you see a tornado coming, try to move at a 90-degree angle to its direction of movement.
Yes,
Whereas
if it
in the
come this way,
movie,
go this way.
they had him actually running in the same direction that where it was going
Yes.
instead of moving one way or the other. Especially if it's that thin of a tornado,
Just move
he
20
would've-
yards sideways.
he would have upped his chances of living, but that wouldn't have been appropriate for the script because they're trying to build death and destruction.
These tornadoes are literally 10 feet wide. Just walk sideways.
I think you're a little excited.
I'm enraged. Moving on. They nailed the music.
Okay, so blue sky it looks like.
Maybe Ollie was wrong. There's nothing out here but cows.
I'm telling you, man, this is the right spot. She's out there. I can smell it.
Hey, look!
Oh!
What could it be? Look at it's blue sky in front of them.
What is this? Where did he come from?
Now there's clouds.
Again!
Are you kidding me? When Ollie gets to look at this footage, he's gonna lay a golden egg. It's turning away! Keep shooting!
Now, I don't know if you guys know how heavy trains are. They're pretty heavy. There's no rain, there's no wind, the grass isn't even moving.
We're gonna make a fortune on YouTube.
Well,
Okay, no rain, no correct clouds, no wall clouds. The tornado looks like a copy and pasted image of the first one. I don't think that 10-foot wide tornado is picking up the entire train. Maybe it blows
I mean,
it
if
off
it
the
is
track.
super strong, it would be much windier. It would have blown that camper over easily.
Correct.
When the passenger storm chaser goes, look, and there was the tornado, they cut to the next scene, and their U-turn, everything, it's blue sky, the sun is out, and it just, no consistency. And to pick up a train, but not flip the camper when it was right on their tailgate,
Unrealistic.
Are you kidding me?
moving on to the next clip.
Bless these guys.
Okay, so they've been standing there singing for a while, and there it is.
Useless dialogue. Of course! This guy's running away with the bunny ears. He's running towards it.
What is it? What's wrong?
Where'd it go?
This is bad.
No shies, the Sherlock. What is it doing over here? There must be two. Two identical twisters in two different towns, two different
It
sides
was
of town.
just rolling through the mall parking lot. All right, well, again, it looks like that CGI is it's the exact same shape, it's the exact same color, it's the exact same width.
Copy and pasted tornado. Maybe they had less of a budget.
Next clip. Okay, now we're back to the mall.
Back to the mall. It's slightly wider. He didn't run. Maybe he's a weather enthusiast. I would also have looked. Everybody's just locking him out when they can obviously see that he's still outside.
Same tornado.
Yeah.
Same, just look, the sun, the palm tree isn't even
It
blowing.
got smaller. It's like 5 feet wide now. Oh my gosh. Again, we already had one of those scenes. Did we need another one?
So
Who even was he? He was mentioned like twice.
the bolt on the door, but you see it say push, so you can push the doors open, but I mean, he's standing right there. Why would they lock the doors, especially if they're standing there looking out? It just
Right.
doesn't make sense. But anyways, we're not going to get into that too much. Again,
Stick with
the
the weather.
CGI, it's just the same. Anyways, let's go to the next scene.
You got a twister?
Location?
It's right outside the power plant and it's gonna hit straight through.
Speed? Zach?
Just hold your horses, okay? I got it right here.
Speed is...
It's 320.
Editing Kayla, can you please pop up that image that shows what the speed was when he's saying 320? I don't think it was over 125.
The meter went up to 125. The needle was not even up to 125. And how is it 320 miles an hour? Like, okay, so they established the whole F6 thing has to be greater than 318, yada, yada, yada. They don't even put the right image.
Are you kidding me?
We're going now to our own Logan Haynes reporting live from the field.
As you can see behind me, we are witnessing something
The funnel is shaped like the 7 of
It
the
is.
channel.
Advertisement.
currently stands in the path of one of the largest
Maybe
storms
it'll miss him.
in the nation's
It's still
history.
far away.
Kill it now.
It appears that at least for now, disaster has been avoided. Logan!
He just sees it.
He just turned around and it's right there.
It just jumped.
Get out of there now!
Why does he have to be told? Run, moron! Again!
He's just-
He's just look.
I mean, that's obvious that they recorded that without him even knowing what the CGI was going to show. He just
No.
stood there until it was 20 feet from his face and then did a reaction. That's just bad.
I mean, I don't want to sound unsympathetic, but again, if you're gonna stand there and just watch a shipping container fly at your face, maybe, you know,
You're
natural
probably gonna-
selection or something.
You're probably going to die.
Did he not think that perhaps it was going to hit him? Put that aside, there's a tornado. Perhaps leave.
And they're on top of the building with the tornado still coming at them.
Comment below. I mean, how does this make you feel that this guy could have obviously lived, but he chose not to in the most horrific of ways?
Not just him, but the camera guy too.
My personal belief is that he dipped. So there are the clips, and now, of course, I have some honorable mentions. Just real quick. You know, we have some cliches here. Let me read off the list of cliches. The frozen in place, staring at a tornado cliche. The, oh my god, there's a tornado, run for my family cliche. Well, the family is blissfully unaware. The no one listens to the meteorologists cliche. The there's a tornado, but the wind is blowing in the wrong direction cliche. This is the perfect storm. Dialogue line cliche. We have a direct quote from Dad that says, if they turn around and there's a tornado, I'm throwing my sock at the TV. They showed a bunch of damage in the end of the movie, and the damage was actually real footage, which was nice to see. However, the damage that they showed ranged from barely anything to total destruction. And they showed like a mile-wide path of destruction, yet only ever show like a 10-foot wide tornado.
Right.
Good on them for using real footage, but it didn't match.
It just wasn't consistent. But let's just go ahead and let's just get into our evaluation of meteorological accuracy and entertainment value.
Meteorological accuracy, that's a tongue twister.
Twister, huh?
Yeah. Stop.
Christmas time?
Stop.
Christmas tongue twister.
I give up. I'm leaving. Goodbye! On a scale from
Or 0 to 10.
500-mile-per-hour storm to 13 minutes,
Yes.
I rank this around into the storm. Solid maybe 1 or 2. They said all of the right things in all of the wrong context, but I will give it to them that unlike most movies, they at least looked up meteorology on Wikipedia and they knew what words had to make it into the movie. I could tell that they tried. I'll give them that.
Okay, a 2. Their accuracy was on the lower end of the scale. They did put the buzzwords in, I agree with that. So I'd probably put it at about a 3. I wouldn't bump it much higher than that. So how about entertainment value?
It was interesting. I'll give them, it had a better plot than most weather movies on the low end.
Definitely better than 500-mile-an-hour storm. So on a scale from 1 to 10?
Pie.
Pie.
Solid 3.14.
I'm probably going to be closer about 5 or 6.
Okay.
Just because the acting, yeah, there was some spots where it's like, oh, this is not good, but there was a lot worse in other movies. The latter half of the movie, I thought the acting did pick up, so I'm gonna kind of nudge it up a little bit more into the 5 or 6 for entertainment value.
There you have it.
There you have our evaluation
Christmas
of Christmas Twister. Go ahead, take a look at it. If you've already seen it, give us your comments below. Let us know what you guys thought of it as well.
Again, if you like what you saw, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Also, linked right here will be our Facebook and Instagram handle. Go check us out over there. As we're watching these videos, we post our live reaction to certain parts. So if you're already following us on Instagram, I'm sure you saw us react to this one live. Until next time, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Jim.
Thanks for watching.
And happy.
We're gonna make a fortune on YouTube.
No glasses. No hair sticking up this time. Lord have mercy.
Why? It's the style of my choice. My hair always sticks up.